So why do cafes serve coffee so cold? I've heard that complaint so many times. I thought I would just do a video, and hopefully if you're a cafe owner or you're a barista, you can just get people to watch this video and it'll help them to understand why the coffee that they get in a cafe is much cooler than what they would make at home and why it's important. So there's some things in life that we just take for granted, that red wine, for example, is best served at room temperature and white wine is chilled. And the temperature of coffee is one of those essential factors. Having scorching hot coffee with 95 degree water added, it's not going to do very much for the taste and the flavour of the coffee. And it really is the taste and the flavour that we're going for. If you make it at home, you're using your kettle, you're producing hot water, you're taking up to 100 degrees, you're creating the coffee through whatever method you're using, and I hope it's not instant coffee. But then to this hot water, you're adding a little bit of milk to give you the colour. So that's going to be a lot hotter. Why don't they heat the milk to the same degree, if you pardon the pun, in cafes? Well, milk is very different to water. If you exceed about 65 degrees centigrade, that's 150 degrees Fahrenheit, you start to scorch the milk. So that scorching of the milk adds a very unpleasant, sweet taste to the milk. You can actually taste that the milk has been tainted. So the milk really has an upper temperature limit. If you exceed that, you spoil it and spoil the coffee. So to maintain the taste and the texture and the flavour of the coffee, the milk is only heated to 65 degrees. This also allows, when you're drinking the coffee, to fully enjoy the aromas, the flavours and the subtleties. The extra heat often causes these gases released by the coffee, the aromas, to go off too quickly. So unless you're drinking it immediately at those scalding hot temperatures, you're going to miss out on all those subtle nuances of the coffee itself. So if you want to produce a fairly hot coffee and most of the coffee is going to be milk, the only real options are to superheat the shot of coffee that you're extracting, which will damage the flavour because the aromas and the coffee taste will just evaporate off much more quickly. Or you can pre-warm the cups, and actually pre-warming the cup with boiling hot water is probably the best way of raising the temperature. But again, you don't want this coffee to be too hot. So the next time a cafe brings you a cup at 65 degrees or thereabout, don't complain. They're professionals. It's like going into a wine bar and asking for cold red wine or warm white wine. It's just not done. So we just have to understand that the barista knows what they're doing. They're not trying to rip us off with cold coffee. That is the way that these coffees are served. So thanks for watching this video. Please boot that like button if you found this useful. Do share it with your friends, particularly if you've got friends that always demand hot coffee when they're going to cafes. I've got quite a few of those myself. So thanks for watching, and I've lined this video up for you just to help you to get the best out of every cup of coffee that you make. So if you want to avoid trouble brewing, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in this video.